What's up? It's DJSTiKBoy, and this is the review of the Season 5 patch notes for Call of Duty Warzone that just released last night. I'm pretty excited for this season. I've played a couple multiplayer games this morning just to try out the ISO, and things are looking pretty good. So let's get right into those patch notes. All right. So we see that there's updates to obviously Modern Warfare and Warzone itself. I'm going to be heavily focusing on the Warzone because that's what I primarily play. So Warzone, we have duo squads and trios. We have the BR solos, the stimulus mode, which will be, I think, really fun to play. Um, I'm glad that they added that game mode. I really enjoy playing that from time to time when my buddies aren't on. The We have Blood Money quads and Mini Royale trios. So I haven't had a chance to play Mini Royale, but it looks like people are having some fun playing it. From what I've seen on the Twitch streams this morning. Okay, so we've got all of these bug fixes here. We got a weapon inspect, fix for an issue where store bundle images would get stuck. Um, Screen tearing. Okay, that's good. Fixes for that. Um, Headshots only option was set in a custom game. The male operator hitbox were not functioning properly. Um, okay, so stopping power rounds are now preserved on dropped weapons. Okay, that's interesting for sure. Um, because that was kind of annoying. You could you would have it, and then you would have stopping power, and you would go to a loadout and pick up your new gun, and then you would lose the stopping power after you picked up a ghost class or something. So I think that that's good for the most part. Stopping power is overpowered, but it's not um you know that big a deal. I'm glad that they've edited that. Um, so we've got some Modern Warfare updates here. Um, Again, I'm not really that focused on the actual multiplayer updates here. I'm mostly interested in Warzone. So we have new loot items, of course, and this is really important here. We have Gulag weapons that will rotate every week between 4 sets total. So we're going to get shotguns, we're going to get pistols, we're going to get snipers still, we're going to get automatic weapons, and it's just going to happen every week. I think that this overall is a good move from uh, the developers because, you know, this is just a good way for the game to remain fresh and less boring. You know, having a completely stagnant gulag the whole time has clearly been a frustration for a lot of people. If you get a gulag set in the next couple of weeks that you don't like, at the very least, you'll get a different one the following week. You're not locked into it for the entire duration of a season. Um, so we see here as well that there is a buff to DMR and semi-auto snipers. So uh, really, what we're going to be seeing here is maybe an increased usage of semi-autos. I think that sniper rifles are in general a complete waste of time in Warzone. Unfortunately, the situations where you really need them are honestly scarce. So we might see some players using more semi-automatic snipers, but at this time, I really think that no matter what the meta is, what the meta guns are in Warzone, it's always going to be AR SMG. just because you need the effectiveness up close, and sniper rifles obviously do not take care of that. So there's a couple other buffs that occurred here. We have the FR getting a buff, just at the damage range for it. Um, and just bug fixes here. Fixing invalid pings on the heartbeat sensor, that's good. um Recon drones being near them in the battle royale, okay, that's interesting. VO lines, all right. I don't know exactly what that is, but okay. um the most wanted contract has changed, to just players in the gulag, which I don't understand that update. I don't understand why they would do that, because the most wanted contract was already a difficult contract to fill out. So I wonder if they've changed the timing of the most wanted contract, where it'll be shorter while your teammates are still in the gulag. Um, and that seems weird. It's already a difficult enough contract to pick up and survive with, because everybody knows where you are on the map. So I guess that seems funny to me. Um, so now that seems to be what the patch notes are. From what I'm seeing, the ISO is a good gun. You've got to level up that gun right off the cuff here. Um, the AN-94 looks like a pretty solid gun. It doesn't appear to me that it's going to be the meta gun, seeing as in these patch notes, we don't see a Bruin nerf. I repeat, we do not see a Bruin nerf in this update. So the meta has not changed yet in terms of which primary weapon you should be using. You need to continue using the Bruin. The updates to that weapon have not yet occurred. Maybe they have decided to put it off until later. I guess we'll find out uh, as we progress through the season and as the complaints about the Bruin continue to rise. So, what do we do from here? We have all these updates. We have this game. We have stadium. We have train station. We have the train. We have the exterior zip lines. It appears that the exterior zip lines are only on incredibly tall buildings in downtown. They're not in other areas of the map where it might be a good idea to have zip lines to push higher portions and aggressive high ground of the map. I thought we would be seeing some at Dam. I thought we would be seeing some just placed throughout the map. Looks as if that the shorter 2-story and 3-story buildings, they don't have zip lines, but the really tall skyscraper like buildings, or buildings that I think supersede 3 stories, have the zip lines on them predominantly. Um, so I'm a little disappointed about that. I think that they should have more of those zip lines in more of the map. Maybe they'll do that eventually. But at this time, things are looking good with the update. Seems like the meta hasn't changed, and uh, I was really hoping that we would see at least the change off of the Bruin. Um, I was hoping that we would have to level up a new gun to attempt and get some new feelings about the weapons here, but it turns out that that's not the case. So we'll continue looking forward to when the Bruin is no longer the meta and they nerf it. Um, Grau is still probably usable, not against players with Bruins clearly, but we have these two new guns that look as if maybe the ISO will be a good SMG to have. I don't I still think that the MP5, excuse me, will be very prominent in this update. I really don't see that changing at this time. The hip fire range with the MP5 is just too strong, and I don't think the ISO really compares that heavily. I'll probably do a video about the individual guns as I get to play Warzone a little bit more this afternoon and tonight, um, just to see how these guns play out and how these guns feel in the game. Um, the overall point is we've got some bug fixes, we've got some screen tearing fixes, we've got some major updates that'll probably make the game feel a lot better while you're playing it. So I think this is overall a really good start, and I think the major thing to keep an eye out on, which will be happening in likely about a month or so. I don't know how long these seasons go for, but they will be releasing a new gun midway through the season, and I think around that update is when they're going to be updating the Bruin and updating the other weapons that we consider overpowered at this time. And I think that's when they'll establish the meta, the new meta. And I don't think that the meta has changed at all. The AN94 really has not shown me any significant, I guess, impact on the game. Same with the ISO, they're just new. So, patch notes here, solid. You know, go play your hearts out. We gotta keep learning, but this is just all that I know at this present time. So, I will probably post another video tomorrow morning discussing my experience with season 5 and some of the new guns later on this tomorrow, because I got to get in and play a little bit of Warzone, but we'll see what happens here. We'll definitely see. Follow me on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at DJSTiKBoy. Tell me what you think thus far, if you've played any games of Warzone or even multiplayer. Let me know how the game feels to you right now. Let me know how those guns are going for you. Let me know in the comments, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will continue posting YouTube videos very regularly. I I like this. I'm excited to play this afternoon. So